Okay, so now I'm ready to begin to put this all together. Everything here gets transferred across, rotated up, and then transferred back across again. So we'll start by drawing the outlines. We just go to the very top and right across here. So that's my overall box that everything is going to go into. And we can begin to pick up some of the more basic lines, like this one here. So bring that across. Bring the center line across, because I'm going to use that for the arrows. And we just rotate these guys around. The nice part of this question is you get loads of marks for going through and doing all these little bits and pieces. Alright, now to find out what these points are, we just project upwards. So use this set square because it's nice and long. I've actually already measured it out there, so that's no problem. Okay, so I can begin to actually draw the outside of it. Because it's just flipped up. We're actually, this edge is like a hinge, so it's going to be the same edge in both of them. There's no need to separate them. And we just connect the dots to get the diagonal pieces on the end. Okay, that's the easy bit done. How do we bring our circles up? Well, like anything in text drawing, if we need to bring a curve up that's been tilted so it's more of an ellipse, we divide it up into slices, bring all the dots up, and then connect the dots. So let's start by dividing this up into little slices. I've already got a 30-degree down there. Let's come through here. Okay, so there we go. All loads of little 30-degree slices. And just bit by bit, we bring each of these guys across. I'm going to start with the top curve because there's no funny looking arrows to deal with, so it's a bit more straightforward. This guy across. Bring this corner across too. Again, all the relevant points you need. Across from there. And we've got two curves to do. The nice thing is these points here are actually going to line up. So I've got them done already, and the same with these. Okay. Of course, I should have brought these out to the end view. So each of these has to be rotated, again centering right there. Alright, all the way around to the rotated one. Okay. And we'll bring these guys across. So I'm just going to run them right across those construction lines. Each of them is going to pick up on 2 points. Don't know exactly where they are yet. So we'll just make life nice and simple. So now that we have them rotated across, we need to project vertically up from the elevation. So I'll start at this end here. Now it's going to get kind of confusing and kind of busy here. So as I go up, I'm going to find each of these points and mark them off. And that one actually we forgot to do. So we better bring our compass back. Okay, this point here comes around, goes across, second one down, and that's it right there. Little dot. This next one comes across, let's come our third one in, and we'll just bring ourselves up vertically. And there it is right there. Third one down. Across, all the way around, back to there. Let's pick up these 2 points here and here next. It comes straight up. My halfway line is this guy. That's it there. We'll get it on the inside. I've already picked the halfway line up, and that's it there. Okay. Now, before I go any further, I'm just going to draw a little line across these two, just to remind myself this is actually a straight edge, not a curve. Coming around, then we'll pick up these 2 points here and here. Let's start with this one. Now, I've already gone up along this line, which is actually quite handy. So I'm just going to leave myself a little pointer there. Through there, we go across, around. That's it right there. Okay. The next one is this guy here. And we already have a vertical point coming up from it, which is on this line. I'm going to go across, around. Oh, we already have that point. So this one here. We almost have a point, but we don't quite. So I'm going to draw it in. There we are. And the nice thing about doing this one by one is I can see that's the one line that hasn't connected up to anything. So that is here. Across to there. This point here. And this point to me is looking like a little bit of a mistake, so we'll just rub it out. This point here goes up along this line. There's a little pointer there to see the line. Then we go round, across, and that's it there. Yeah, that point indeed was a small mistake. Got these two. Now let's come over to these two. Going to come vertically up. That's my line there. Round, across, across, and there. Inside one, vertically up. this point across all the way around, and there it is right there. You can just see a curve developing along here. Get the center. I'm going to draw this one all the way up because I know I need it for the other curve. This point here, it's nice and easy because it's my lowest point. There. This point here we actually forgot to draw. It's no big deal, we'll go back and do it now. And that was this point here, which is coming across, around, all the way across to the center, right there. Alright, so you can see we have a bit of a curve coming in here. I'm just going to sketch it in so we have an idea of what we're looking at. I'm going to keep on going. So now we're over to these points here and here. We line vertically up, go across, around, across, and we have a point there on the inside. It's going to be there. Just this line. We are going to come across. There. And finally 2 endpoints here and here. That's my line. There. And there. And that's a straight line at the end. Okay, we can finish our curve. Okay, one part of it done. Now we need to get the other curve. It's just more of the same at this point. So I'm going to take each of my points that I need across. Once we have them done across, we're going to rotate them. Bring all of these lines across. Okay, and as you see, this is going to get pretty crowded. So we'll start with our arrowhead. Why not? And then vertically up. Here we coming around. Actually, that's one we've got to bring across. That's my arrowhead right there. Remember, as I flick it up, the arrow is going to be pointing down. Get the other two ends of the arrow. So that's this line here, coming along the halfway, around, across to there. And to there. Looking at this, doesn't quite look right, does it? Recheck this point here, and actually that came off the wrong line. That should have been off this line, which would put it there. Always worth double checking. So I'll draw this arrowhead in now, and that'll help me locate things, get a feel for where things are. Let's get these 2 points here as well. Nice and easy to find because I know they're on the same line. So they are this one here, this point, there. Okay, time to start getting my arrow in. So we have that one there. Let's bring up these points. There we go. And let's keep track of it all. That's this line here. Let's come up, go across, around. So it's kind of the inner one of this track of 4. Across, which means it's the lower one of the 4, and to there. There we go. So from there to there. Now I'll get the inner one from this slice, which is right here. So that is this line here. Oh, we don't have a track going across. Actually, we do. This is the one that kind of sits out on its own. And there we are. It's going from there to there. Next is this one down here. Okay, cross. There we go. That's my line right there. So in the inner circle, cross here. So I can see other group of 4. It's the second one in from the outside. Second one down in case I lose this. I'm going across, and that's it there, right there. Get my curve. All looks good. The bottom. These should already be drawn in. So bottom is the second one down. So that'll be it right there. And this one almost have it drawn in, but not quite. So we're going to do it. there we have it. That central line is fairly easy to see. Almost there. 4 more to go. Start with the inside one. Bring it up. Little pointer on it. There we are. So of my tight little group, it's the middle one. Across, and there it is, right there. Next is the outer one. Bring it up. That's the line there. Third from the end, so I can scoot all the way around, and there. And finally the two ends. Let's bring the inner one up first. That's their second in my tight group. So up one, and there we go. Our final point. So this one is nice and easy to see because it's the inner one of the two that are very close together. So just come up along my line here, and it's the inner one of those two. And if you can see patterns or relationships between them, it saves you having to track lines that are really tricky and hard to see. So now I have my points. I'm going to move myself around and get comfortable. Let's see, can I sketch in this curve? And don't be afraid to reposition as you go along. Once you can get an outline, it becomes much easier for your eye to see where to go as you get heavier. And there we go. Questions complete.